DJI Avata Review. The DJI Avata is a smaller and more intuitive model that has been designed as an introduction to FPV drones for beginners. Despite its slow speed compared to the current DJI FPV, it has a better camera and improved crash resistance capabilities. It's lighter than its FPV sibling, but its relatively high price could limit its appeal. The Avata features a non-folding design, with its blades enclosed in protective rings. From the look of it, it has the potential to resist obstruction encounters without coming apart rapidly. According to reports, the blade guard and main frame of the drone are available to purchase as replacements from DJI, making it possible to replace them in view of any accidents. The Avata, weighing 410 grams, is significantly lighter than the DJI FPV at 795 grams. It has the additional advantage of featuring blade rings, which may provide extra protection in case it comes in contact with a person or an animal. The Avata is a lightweight and compact drone, which measures 18 centimeters square and 8 centimeters high. It's designed to be able to fit through narrower gaps due to its angled front frame, which should help it navigate around horizontal objects like windows. The drone features a battery that slides and locks into a cage located on its rear. Additionally, it is connected to the power lines via a flexible connector, which increases its chances of surviving a crash as well as protecting other drone parts from potential damage. The power lights on the battery have been arranged in a manner similar to other DJI designs, which is a logical choice. The DJI FPV and Avata both have the possibility of displaying blade dips in videos when wide-angle modes are used with a downward-facing camera. It is a design choice between having an unobstructed field of view and placing the camera in a vulnerable position. The configuration of the camera being housed within the front of the frame further decreases the probability of it hitting any obstructions, except in unavoidable circumstances such as coming into contact with protruding branches. The Avata features two sensors that look downwards and calculate the distance between it and the ground using binocular vision to create a time-of-flight map of the area beneath the drone. The Avata does not include any of the usual frontward sensing systems available on the DJI FPV. Instead, it uses only ground-level sensors in normal and sport modes and none in manual mode. The design of the Avata has been generally praised, with one exception in terms of the location of the USB-C port and microSD card slot. Locating the microSD card slot was initially difficult, as it was not located on the underside, top or rear. Eventually, it was discovered underneath a rubber cover within one of the blade rings, with limited accessibility. We are concerned that if the cover becomes loose, due to the fast-moving air, it could strike the spinning blade, leading to an accident. Removing the blade from the ring is required attaching a USB cable, which may be necessary to download the video that is contained inside the drone. The placement of certain components on the Avata model was unsatisfactory and perplexing. Given it underwent multiple engineering reviews, this is indisputably the least successful design element. The DJI Avata ProView combo includes the DJI motion controller as the sole method of operation. The DJI FPF now has a one-handed controller which is reminiscent of the slot car racing controllers of the past. The motion controller has a large trigger on the front to control speed and 3 thumb-operated buttons on top, including an emergency stop button. It is manipulated to climb and turn. DJI believes that controlling an FPV drone is more straightforward using this method than the DJI FPV remote controller that comes with the FPV. For those who prefer the latter, they have the option to purchase the DJI FPV remote controller too as an accessory for this drone. Flying with first-person view usually requires a headset, such as the Goggles 2 that comes in a bundle with the Avata, or can be used with the previous version of this device, the Goggles V2. DJI has called their new product Goggles 2, which may cause confusion since they previously released a product called Goggles V2. The Goggles 2 are superior to the Goggles V2 in many ways, but not in all. The Goggles 2 offers 1080p resolution micro-LED panels for each eye, which can achieve 100 frames per second, while the Goggles V2 provides 810p resolution with a higher frame rate of 120 fps. The transmission bandwidth for the Goggles 2 is up to 50 megabits per second, so there is a trade-off between resolution and frame rate.